What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. The 911 is officially home and today we're going to start fixing all the things that are wrong with it. Whenever I'm shopping for a vehicle, I like to find one that actually has a couple flaws. I don't like looking for the collector grade ones. Whenever you find some with a couple flaws, they're usually worth quite a bit less than a collector grade car, and the price to fix those flaws is less than the deal you get on it. So in today's video, we're going to fix everything wrong with my 2005 Porsche 911, starting with the entertainment center. It currently has the old archaic Porsche radio, has no CarPlay, no Bluetooth, nothing good. The climate control buttons are also totally faded. You can't see anything on them. And overall, the whole plastic surround, the bezel around everything is really faded and pretty gross looking. Also, the spoiler on the back of the car is stuck down. It cannot be raised. It's supposed to automatically go up and down with vehicle speed. Mine does not. So we're going to dig into that and fix it as well. So with all that out of the way, let's get to work making this 911 perfect. I was in the process of removing the previous owner's little Bluetooth module. And this is how they tapped into power and ground. Yeah, just strip the wire back, smother it in solder, and there you go, partner. Wrap it in electrical tape. This is the power plug for the 12-volt accessory outlet. So we're gonna snip all that off, repin this the correct way, and get this back to OEM level of wiring, because that shit is ghetto. All right, afternoon 1 update. Head unit is installed. It is CarPlay compatible, but I am filming with my iPhone right now. And it does have reverse signal. So it automatically switches to the camera, which I don't have hooked up right now, because I still need to take all this out and run it to the back of the car. But when you put it in reverse, it already knows that the signal is there. Because I'm going to drive the car to work tomorrow, I went ahead and put the climate back in and this back in. So tomorrow, I'll pull this back out and we'll look at switching these out to fix them, and maybe see what we can do about maybe try to color match these paints. But that's for tomorrow. The plan is to run the cable to the back of the car here. It'll come through the grommet for the taillight, where there's enough room to snake the cable in between this gap right here down to the back of the bumper. We can also tap into the taillight harness to power the camera whenever the car is switched into reverse. We'll use the common ground shared by all of these lights, and then we'll get our 12-volt power signal from the reverse light. Okay guys, update time. So, center console is essentially put back together. I'm not going to final install that because again, we have new modules coming. Cable is routed under the center console, under this back carpet, under this whole carpet assembly, and then I took out the inner side panel. Look at all this insulation that comes from the factory. This is a nice, luxurious automobile. Here's that video cable. So way back in there, that I can't show you guys on camera because it goes back into the abyss. Hold on. Maybe I can. Way back there behind all the insulation, there is a grommet that the rear tail light harness goes through. So the plan is to pop this video line through that same grommet, which then on the back of the car comes out behind here. It's a double grommet. There's one grommet here, that guy, and then behind that, way in there, y'all might be able to see it now. See if I can get a deep focus. Deep. Yeah. There's another grommet back there. So pop a hole through that grommet, bring that cable through here, snake it straight down there, camera right there. Apparently behind this plate, there is already a grommet there. So that's the objective. Clothesline up, tape to wire, pull through, we'll have backup cam. All right, time for, I think, afternoon 3, day 3 update. Dun, 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 dun. Rear camera is mounted. Everything's plumbed behind this brake light. And I've got the interior all put back together. All done. And then I refinished the bezels and replaced the temp switch and fan speed switch. I still need to refinish this piece, but I wanted to leave it to kind of show you guys the difference. Looks really, really, really good. Reverse camera works, so that is done. I am done up here. All I need to do tomorrow is refurbish this piece, and then we can put the sides back on. And then we are done on the interior of this 911. All that's left after that is the spoiler, and then everything that was wrong with this car will be fixed and in 100% condition.
Now that the interior of the car is all finished, the backup camera is working, the Sony head unit is working as well, it's all put back together and looks brand new again. It's time to finish repairing the rear spoiler on the Carrera S. So I have figured out that in the electronicals, there's a sensor, a switch that tells the car when it's fully extended, and another switch that tells the car when it's fully retracted. One of those switches is bad, is my theory. So on eBay, I found a secondhand wiring assembly, and the switches inside of it, which I've already taken it off, are right here, and they are both good. They click, they sound great. So this must have come out of a car that had a little heat incident, because the harness is a little frayed and burnt and melted right here, but I can repair that another day. For now, I'm gonna pull the wiring harness off of this motor assembly, hook this wiring harness up with these good switches, and we'll see if the spoiler auto goes up and down as it is supposed to. Houston, we have a problem. This harness that controls the motor assembly also controls rear brake light. There's a little tail right there, a little lead. This feller, well, just snipped it clean off. So, not all doom and gloom though. I think what I'm gonna do now is just pull the switch off this harness here and replace my broken switch here. Second good thing that's going for us is the teeth in mine are not in good shape. It's hard to tell right here, but you can actually see some of these they're like folded over. The teeth don't look like they're meshing too well. And the gears that came out of this one look, I mean, they look brand new. There's zero signs of wear on them. Surprisingly, considering how rusted this gear is. So my rear switchback here is broken. I'll show you that in a second once I get this off, but I think the new plan is to just splice this new switch onto my current harness, replace the gear channels, re-lubricate everything, and we'll test it and see if it works. So they don't look that bad on camera, but the last few teeth on these are a little chewed up, as you can see. Probably not optimum for this gear to spline with, whereas the new ones look absolutely unused, like in crazy good condition. So we're gonna carry on. So here's the switches. They basically tell the car when the wing is up and down, so the car knows to stop applying power to the motor. This switch is good, clicks nicely, it's all there. This switch in the back though, its little pinion, its little nubbin is gone. There's nothing to click on. So that's the one that we're gonna replace. All right, car is all put back together with the hopefully fixed electronics. I'm gonna hop in, see if that retracts. We are victorious. Everything that was wrong with my 2005 Carrera S has now been fixed and updated. We have the new, check it out, y'all. Oh, new instrument cluster, center console, climate control section, whatever you want to call it. Looks super fresh. We have Apple CarPlay, backup camera. All the buttons have been refurbished. All the plastics have been redone. Found a lot of issues that the previous owners had done inside, different screws in the wrong spots. Got all that fixed. Everything is routed under the carpet going back to the car. For the reverse camera, it goes underneath all this. Really nicely done. And of course the spoiler now works as it is intended to. So it should rise at certain speeds and then lower down when the car comes to a stop. And so I didn't have to drill any holes in the body. I just put the reverse camera on this little license plate bracket, and coincidentally, behind the license plate was a grommet. Actually, there was no grommet, it was just a hole in the bumper. So the cable just goes through that. Didn't have to drill a hole in the entire car to run that. And then I just fished it through the grommets over here, as you guys saw. So we are done updating the 911, giving it a few newer modern creature comforts. And that's all I've got in this video. In the next video, we are going to do some performance stings. A little hint will be what it rolls on. So thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited to have everything fixed on this car. I feel like these little projects just give you a good sense of accomplishment when you get to learn how new systems work and then fix them, and then you can enjoy the benefits of them and add some value back to the vehicle. So super pleased with how it all turned out. I'll see you next time.